What up, YouTube? So today is going to be part 3 of the K24 s2000 build. And if you guys haven't been watching for these past couple videos, we pretty much got the K24 engine with the Type S oil pump, 50-degree VDC. I picked up the RSX intake manifold gasket because we're actually gonna, you can't use this like this, it'll actually just leak out. So I'm gonna Honda bond this, and then we'll check to see if there's a gasket for the actual manifold to the adapter plate. If not, I'm gonna have to get another one, or at least for that. We got pretty much the alternator and all the stuff all sealed up. Upper pulley, so this pulley is from an SI. The water pump housing is from a EP3 or base model RSX. Tensioner pulley also, and the alternator. So that's the setup we're going to be running on here. And I put the K20 crank pulley on here. I believe the K20 crank sensor, hopefully they put that one on there. If not, we're gonna have to find that. But basically for this video, it's time to get the wiring going. So this is an RSX, or actually an EP3 harness we're going to be using. So we have to modify this. I've never done this before on one of these yet, so I'm pretty much going to be going over what you need to do. So I'm going to start pretty much matching up everything that we can, and then we'll come back and see what works and what doesn't work. I know for sure we have to extend and get everything up to the front as far as map sensor and TPS, and then idle or control valve. So we're gonna see. Oh, I think we have to do an intake air temperature sensor as well. So yeah, we're gonna get all the stock sensors that we can on here, and then we'll come back and start seeing what we have to do to modify. All right, guys, so we're back now, and pretty much, so I got the map sensor extended. We got the TPS extended. I'm gonna have to trim this a little bit so it doesn't get in the way of the wiring and everything, but that's good. The idle control valve actually just bolted right up. I didn't have to extend that or anything, which makes sense since it usually sits like right around here from the K-series side. So we won't be using this sensor at all since it's not going to be connected. And then we got the intake air temperature sensor swapped over as well. Pretty much, I think we're just going to run the s2000 injectors, so we're going to have to get those back and then swap out these plugs, and then that should be good as far as that. I got our cam sensors on here, our temperature sensor, and then everything over here. We still got to get a pressure switch on the VTEC solenoid, and then I got the crank sensor. You can actually rewire these. If you know how to repin them, you can just take one if you have a stock K24 and repin them. They're not really that hard if you do know how. We got the coil packs plugged in. So, I mean, really, the only thing we're missing is the injectors and a couple plugs. We'll get some block offs from AutoZone or something. And pretty much next, we're going to be getting the transmission taken off the car. It was still on there. Get it bolted up to this. And then we have some innovative mounts. We'll see how those actually work. I've heard some pretty bad things about them, so hopefully not. Maybe they fixed the problem. Other than that, we still got to swap out the gasket on the intake manifold and do a little more things. But as far as the motor, it's pretty much almost prepped. So we're going to go ahead and do a little trimming on that bracket and start bringing in the transmission so we can knock that out, get that together, and then pretty much next video we'll be dropping this motor in. So we'll go ahead and start trimming that down and getting the transmission out. We'll be back. All right, guys, so we're back with the s2000, and we finally got the transmission and the motor together. This plate kind of was a pain. Had to do a little modification, but it did work, so we got that going pretty much. So that's pretty much gonna be it as far as on this video. I gotta order some injectors. I gotta order the intake manifold gasket. They use the actual K24 one. You want to use the RSX one, and then you want to just Honda bond on this. it'll be pretty much a lot more easier because it just leaks when you try to use that stock gasket. Yeah, so pretty much I gotta wait for that to come in because I think it'll be a lot harder to take off this intake manifold and redo everything if I put it in the car right now. And I also have to take the old harness off, and I'm probably gonna have to extend the wait, this is the oh yeah, speed sensor. Yeah, so speed sensor needs to get converted, and then I believe this is the reverse, so I need to get this over here as well. So we'll get that wired up and get this cleaned up as well. And then the next video, we'll get to the intake manifold. We'll shave this down right here for the plug. I gotta get a belt also, which is a 50, what is it, 50 and a half? So I believe 52 inches is the size for the K24, and then 50 and a half is for K20 with no AC pump. But if you're using a stock EP3 idler pulley like this one, yeah, the 52-inch belt, I'll show you guys the part number when I get it on the next video. But other than that, we'll also be taking out the old headers and stuff, and the old harness, and pretty much get it ready. Once we get the intake manifold situated, I can throw on the mounts. I'll show you guys the mounts we have for it. Now, some people have told me they've had some problems with innovative mounts, so hopefully, I don't know if they actually made them better or but yeah, there's we got those for innovative mounts. I guess this is just a stock S2000 intake filter, so we'll probably just use that. Other than that, this thing does have an exhaust already, so it should sound pretty nice. I plan on having this car done hopefully by this weekend with the Mitsubishi Eclipse, and which I'm about to finish filming on that one as well. And yeah, get these cars out of here. We got to get to the budget K24 too. I got to hit up a red line and get that over here, so we can get this car rolling too. Other than that, stay tuned guys. If you haven't, like, share, subscribe, comment, let me know what you guys think. See you guys on the next video.